We in the building today, CEO Talk with Alvin Mays. I got my guy in the building. Chino, what it do, baby?
What up, man? You good?
Man, I'm good, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm
My pleasure.
building my new platform, and I'm reaching out to, people, always heard and silent, seldom seen, will make a lot of moves. And that's the reason for my show, man, CEO Talk.
Great idea.
Man, just as an example, man, because it's platforms out there with people that's making real power moves, man, and plays. And, I reached out to you. I appreciate you, getting out your busy schedule, what I'm saying, and making it happen for me. And I always like to give my people their flowers, man, while we living. I salute you. Every time, man, we've done business together. I met you to my boy Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Red, and that became my family when I first, moved to Atlanta. Like through his wife, man, him liaison, and man, we just clicked ever since, man. I've always been a good nature, good people, so I kept your contact, and followed your movement, so it's just, man, I wanted to have you on my platform, man. So talk to my people, man. Tell them who Chino is, man.
Man.
Chino Dollars, that is.
That's a how you say, a complex person. Many different facets, but as far as what we hear about, man, it's just somebody on the grind, man, continuously, Might not be consecutive with my moves, but that's my choice. Some people, they have admirations of being the best at what they do in one lane.
Yeah.
And they really put the time into dedicating themselves to do stuff. That ain't me.
I got you.
I'm not that guy. I like to achieve stuff, and it's like, I don't know what it is, ADD or AHD or PTYC or whatever.
I call it multiple movement CEO.
Yeah, I get bored easy.
I got you.
So I set out to do something and I do it so fast. It's like, damn, I done accomplished this.
I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, let me move on. And I had a partner the other week tell me, hey man, you were too young to be talking about all these times when you got out of prison. You were tired. You're just helping people. I was like, hey bro, that's your opinion, what you want to do with your life. To me, I've done what people want to set out to do.
Gotcha.
I've signed the platinum Grammy Women Producers. I made that little money.
Gotcha.
True, I could have kept going and probably dominated for a minute. I put out the artists that went platinum. I've done things in the music that I wanted to accomplish and take a break.
Yeah.
Move on, do something else.
I mean, I definitely want to get into that, man, because it's like when I met Broadway, man, and he came by my facility, he saw everything that I was doing. He said, bro, listen, man, I be dibbling and dabbling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said, but man, I definitely want to bring my partner by, you know what I'm saying? That somebody that I believe, whether y'all rock now or in the future, I just want to be able to say that I made that connection and salute to Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
You know
we
what I'm saying?
doing something now that, that I was telling you off camera.
Yeah.
The platform.
Okay.
He went and bought the red cameras and a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I remember him getting into that.
And never really, again, he dabbled. He about like me all over the place. But we actually now, a buddy of mine, it was something, me and him, we wrote books and shit, so we put the books out, did pretty well. And we always talk about turning them into film. And it was just talk. And one of my buddies came to me, he was like, hey man, I got this deal, with the production deal with a couple of different networks. He was like, man, you be writing this stuff, man. Why don't you try to do the film thing? Man, I thought about it. And he was like, I tell you what, I got this series I'm producing for BET. I'm going to let you, every episode different cast. I'm going to let you produce one of the episodes. Do your own cast and come up with the story, everything.
Be you.
Yeah. I said, okay. So automatically, I'm going to use my talent that I already got. I was like, shit, I ain't need me to go.
Keep it in the family, keep that circle.
So I got Jock, I got Delicious. Then he brought in some actors to fill it, Kevin, and some more people to like really help build a cast out.
Okay, dope.
And me and Jock came up with an idea, produced the episode. Episode came out so good to him. He's like, hey man, I just want to bring you in. I'm gonna give you a social producer over the whole episode and let you learn this process.
So what was the name of that project?
It just came out December.
Is that the one that just dropped?
Yeah, it
right?
just dropped on BT
Okay.
Plus December I want to say 15th. Cause I got a story to tell.
Okay.
The
I think I saw it. I just hadn't had
the
a chance to stop and watch
it.
it because I got all the streaming
Yeah,
platforms. So
check it out. We got
Yeah.
2 episodes out now.
okay,
But Gas Station Peel is the one I started on.
okay,
So as I started seeing, man, this shit really ain't that hard. Really, you don't do too much.
yeah,
You find people who know what they doing
yeah,
and let them go to work. So I called Broadway like, look, I know because he was shooting a series and some shit went on. He stopped me. He got something on YouTube, I think.
Okay.
I think he put about 2 episodes on YouTube.
I know he told me he was messing. He told me about all the cameras and everything,
Yeah,
man.
he went and got it. So I called him like, look, the reason why you probably stopped a little earlier than you wanted to, because he had some issue with the camera guy, some more stuff. I said,
That's
"You need to
always
crank
the
it back."
case,
Yeah.
man. It took me 5 years to find my AD.
Correct. Oh man.
But you see how it is when you come in, when you find the right person.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
You got it.
it's
It
the
worked.
way your vision
Yeah.
is supposed to go. So man, y'all gonna find it.
It backed him up, and I told him, I said, hey, you was too much in the pot to invest it with.
Yeah, 'cause them Reds ain't no joke.
Yeah. Now I'm just talking about financially, and he was doing all the elements. You know, Broadway was writing. He'd get out there and direct. He was trying to run the camera with Buddy, do the lighting setup with the people. I said, hey, I see why you burnt yourself out too quick. I done found all the key people in Auckland being on set. You know, shout out my boy Smoot. He plugged me right into the people. These people do that. He know other light men.
I got you
know,
ready
it's
to
just
go
like
now.
anybody.
Yeah.
You start building your crew up. And I started pulling pieces. And I was like, shit, I done piece it together. I called Broadway. All you got to do is manage the project.
That's it.
You got a director. You got everything you need. You just be up there and produce the project and we shoot. I said it's going to be a lot easier. So he like, we're going in production top of the year.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, on a short we're going to do it.
Okay.
So he's still active. That's a good dude, you know.
Yeah.
So anytime people be genuine, they're my family, and he's just a good person. You want to see them kind of people win.
Exactly,
so
bro.
I don't be, you know, a lot of people they want to do everything themselves. You know, I like I say, I got something.
Once
on
that
the
play
way.
came to you put people in
I got to
position.
put them there because I can't handle it. I be all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, and I told my, like I said, I told my partner, you like to be consistent at what you do, and I applaud that. That's great discipline. You got goals and aspirations to stick to what you do. But me, man, I be all over the place like ping pong. You know, people say, "What you do? You manage job, you manage it." Yeah, but no. You do this, yeah, but no. It's like
Yeah.
I just be all over the place because it worked for me though.
Gotcha. If you need to make something happen for them, you got the direct pipe to make it happen. Point blank period.
Yeah. See, and now I like to say I don't manage because me and him like business partners. We got
Gotcha.
so many businesses together that people don't know about that he even involved with that we partners on. Of course, he just be like, well, you know how to manage stuff anyway. I just manage his stuff. You know,
Gotcha.
that make more sense. Ain't got to
Gotcha.
go out here getting nobody else no commission.
But see, a lot of times, man, when you build those type of relationships, it's really more of just a trust circle than it is a management. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's a trust circle because you know how this game can
we,
go.
I mean, people don't. We started in my basement. You know what I'm saying? Me, him, Black Elvis, the producer.
Yeah.
Chris Blaine, the producer. My cousin Shouter Slick, he rapped. Man, we started in my basement.
So you was around. Let me go back, man.
Yeah,
I got to go back to bring the people forward. So you started with Young Jock in the basement. So that was before the whole Bad Boy South, the whole.
Me and Block did a joint venture to put
Okay.
Jock out.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, I was like the production company, he was the label.
Okay.
You know, so Gorilla's over with us.
Okay.
Like I had all the artists. Flame brought Zoe. He worked on his project. Matter of fact, right down the street, my boy Rick Funk Shot had Zoe. Zoe was in there working, and we were just creating. You know what I'm saying? Flame and Zoe be creating. We at the house creating, and it was like when Jock took off, they were like, okay, what next? I had Sonny Valentine.
Okay.
And Jock had the song "Fuck You Pay Me."
Okay.
And Sonny just ended up going the other direction. you know, which at the time was a lot of turmoil with me and Block anyway.
Okay.
Um, so Sonny chose, he ain't like what was going on. He said, bro, I ain't gonna get caught up in it. I ain't gonna let him play with me. So he went Jive way,
Okay.
you know.
Gotcha.
Got with Coach K. Coach K was manager. Went to Jive. But Zoe came on. Zoe went through Bad Boy South. He stayed. He went through there. After that, I ended up going to the Fed. So during that whole of time of where Zoe done took out,
Yeah, I remember Guru was on. I did some bookings with him before too.
Yeah, I ended up going to the Feds, and that's when all the legal stuff started going on. You know, a lot of shit that niggas had done, tried to throw dirt over, started coming out.
Gotcha.
And I started to have filing lawsuits. We're going through court. We're going through this. We're going through that. And it came to the point where it was like, okay, let that company sit. We're going to go through the litigation with that shit. Let it be what it be. And we started, like I'm going to kick something else off. Started Swag Team.
Okay.
So that's when we put out the, I was locked up, man, but I'm still in the.
You're still a part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
still family. You
yeah,
started
GS,
trapping in the basement.
Put out GS Boys.
Shout out to Bigger Rankin. I ain't still in that.
We did GS Boys, Stanky Leg, the Hot Style, the Looking Boy. Started putting out singles through Jive and different entities. And that worked and held me over till I got home. Because you still had like Elvis, he went on to produce Beyonce. Ego, and Nicki Minaj and Usher, Little Freak. He was locked in with Polo anyway. While we was working, he got locked in and started doing live production with Polo. So, of course, that kept me in the loop, even though I'm sitting down. Flame, he's still working. Flame about like me, though. He bounced everywhere and tried different stuff and make it happen. He did Jay-Z, like the intro or something on the American Gangster album or something, but he was getting a lot of placement. So when I'm locked up, they still out working. So when I came home, people felt like automatically I was just going to dive head first back into the music. And that wasn't my plan. I don't know what. Cause
you was a part of it, but that wasn't your plan, bro.
Y'all got stuff running.
Yeah.
The company's running. I'm getting my money. I don't spend a lot. I don't do a lot. I don't come with I gotta be doing this or doing that. I work better when I feel like I'm in the trenches. I got this shit out the mud. I had a talent, understood how to make music, understood business, but I used that in a way that a lot of us, that's underprivileged in underprivileged situations do. You go to the street, but I just wasn't a nigga that was stuck to being in the street. Because, I took my street stuff. My first year, I went off to West Georgia. I went to college. But I brought the street shit with me. So I got kicked out in the year. But I was able to function and move with people that might not necessarily have been in situations I've been in or came from what I came from. And I made good connections. And I found out, hey, everybody in school, they smoking weed. Oh, y'all get high? Y'all looking for weed?
Oh, that's a business opportunity.
Let me capitalize.
Like being Ugly was talking and being Carbon 1-5, he got to play the rare individual, man. And you are a rare individual because you like me. You saw an opportunity. I'm going to capitalize on this, man.
You didn't tell me. So I put together a whole little play. Every other 2 days, I'm coming home. I'm going somewhere. My mama was like, she was like, boy, ain't you supposed to be at school? I like, yeah, I had to come home. But, I was just making up and shit. I'm gonna leave in the morning, go back to class. I jump in rush hour traffic. It'd be one person leaving school. We hit 20 West, headed back to Carrollton. Boom. Get down there the next 2 days. I'm coming back home. Boom. I had a whole schedule, So within that year, I had made so much money. By the time they kicked me out, I was like, shit, I wasn't going back anyway. So I went and opened up a wing stand on County Road.
But y'all listen to this now. This why I love my show, CEO Talk, man, because like people don't realize, man, when I was coming out of the trenches and I decided to take the road less traveled by, it's like I had to make tough decisions, you know what I'm saying? And I kept one foot in and one foot out. So they gave me that street mentality or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
See,
I'm able to connect,
I came up listening to Master P and shit. And, P was like, you always listen to him, this shit to get out the street. And I see a lot of these rappers now want to get in the street.
After
Y'all make it rapping,
you trying to go
get
back.
in the street. That shit don't make no sense to me.
It don't make no sense, bro.
And Carbon will tell you this. Glad you brought up Carbon. I didn't want to be, I done been through so much from Atlanta and Athens, seeing shit happen to niggas dying, going to jail. And I didn't want to be like that. So I stayed behind the scenes so much that you know what I did. When I was hustling, I told folks I was a music producer already. I had the cars they wanted.
Yeah.
Now I'm this tall. I'm in the 90s. I got everybody. I had to cut this with the white guts, the candy paint, the all.
So you in the 90s in Atlanta?
Yeah.
That's doing the whole freak neat time and all that, right?
Yeah. I already got the Dayton's and the 50 series mayonnaise and mustard bowl.
I heard the Atlanta then was crazy.
Yeah, all white interior. I'm already doing by 99 come shit. Baby them rapping about me and my cousin. I already got the S500 Benz. I know 550 and 6. The S500, the 20 at Momo, like 99. I ain't nothing but a teenager. I'm 19, 18 years old.
I try to tell him, man.
And I motherfucker.
It seemed like it flipped though. It seemed like the rappers that wanted to get out the street rap for the cause to get out the street. When we start talking about that, why the bridge is hip hop, and then it's like, okay, now the rappers that's not in the street become rappers and then want to be street. I don't understand it, man.
It don't make sense because we were trying.
They don't even understand how hard it was for me to just, just not get caught up in the trap, in the cycle, especially being from Mississippi. Oh, yeah. They give you football field numbers in Mississippi, bro.
They hide them. Like I said, I had partners in Mississippi. From all the way from Hattiesburg, Pascagoula, all up to Jackson.
They hide you in the prison system out there.
He moved up here from Mississippi, right? And he was like telling me just some of the guys I encountered as young. He was like, oh yeah, man, they got 30 years. They got I like, well, Mississippi ain't playing.
Boy, they not playing. They give you football field.
And so I don't be understanding.
3 and 4 life sentences for some dope.
Yeah. Carbon to tell you, when people don't, when Jesus was, we started.
Yeah, when the game was moving, yeah.
We was, out there. And Gucci, my partner, Jesus, my partner. But me and Gucci come out the street together, like sitting around in the trap, talking about wanting to rap. When I said my first label was Straight Drop. Gucci like, man, Platinum started a Straight Drop. They on with y'all. We got to get together and do. You look at Gucci first mixtape, it's under Straight Drop.
Wow.
Yeah, and Gucci brought me there. He was like, man, Gucci was trying to get out the street, but Gucci was wild.
Man, look how he living now.
Oh yeah, but when Gucci tell y'all that first mixtape, he was rapping about shit he was doing. Gucci robbed a motherfucker, put in a song. And yeah, nigga would be calling Gucci, man, get them folk their money back. Woo, 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 woo. They don't want to hear that shit. We were trying to get out the street for real. Like, I'll never forget, I introduced Jock and Gucci, right? Me and Watt, we meet at the store. I had a little damn Impala then. He had a little Chevy Luna. We meet up here on Flat Shoulders at gas station. I'm going to introduce this rap I got. Y'all got to do something. Gucci going to do it. I'm a dog. He get with Jock. Jock hear Gucci talking, and he done heard the stuff. We go at the Big Cat studio to work on the record. Jock like, man, I don't know, cause Block, Jesus still won't know if he coming back to the group. I don't want to be in the middle of. I said, hey, you ain't doing that with music. A song.
He ain't caught up in that.
Yeah, you ain't caught up. I said, me on the other hand, I fuck with this nigga and him. And
It could be actually worse for you.
Yeah, I said, but I keep it business.
Because I'm doing music with you right now.
I'm keeping it business. I'm not carving them. Be like, man, come on the road. I be like, man, y'all nigga, you get in the goddamn van with Jesus. He's got a backpack, duffel bags of motherfucking ARs and all kind of guns. I'm like, hey man, I ain't getting in the music to be worse off than what I was not in.
Yeah, because you know when you leave your foundation, and you basically trying to survive outside the wilderness, it's worse.
Man, we get to the hotel.
It's worse, bro.
Don't leave the room, you ain't strapped. You going to the bathroom, strapped. You going downstairs, strapped. It was really ran like street element. So I was like, you know what, man?
This ain't it.
I ain't trying to get caught in the And you know, I done been through that. I done seen what can jump off when you can't control certain people with guns.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to say how me and you might have a little altercation with somebody, right? And our partner don't know what's going on. All he sees is a commotion. He might up the stick and start popping motherfuckers. Yeah. You can't. Now we caught up in something all because he didn't get a full understanding
of what was going on.
What was really going on.
But that's the streets, though.
That's the streets. And
that's
I know this, bro. So I know how to pull myself out of it.
Yeah, try to avoid them situations.
I'm avoiding them situations because I know what's going to happen. Because I've been done the same thing. Something going on. It look like y'all into it, and I got to be straight. You got to.
Because you know, once you go one up, everybody gonna go in defense mode, and then now it's who gonna pull the trigger? Because I ain't gonna pull unless I ain't gonna pull it out unless I'm gonna pull it. You know what I'm saying? So
how do I not get in trouble? I'm gonna avoid the situation.
Yeah, I gotta avoid where I ain't gotta pull it.
Yeah, I don't need to go on the road then. I carved to tell you, him, Clem, like it was when Jesus moved, we used to move around. And
he said it was in the trenches, boy.
Oh yeah.
They said it was in the trenches.
I would tell you, it was, but I knew, hey, I got other goals I'm trying to reach. So I gotta distract myself from doing so much of that and focus on, let me stay in the studio. Let me keep these guys working. And I had a more pleasant element. When we were recording in the studio,
you production side.
Yeah, we didn't.
I done seen you in the studio.
Yeah.
In the production phase and bless his soul or whatever, but I got a chance to meet Key through you and
rest in peace,
and Red, because we had a little play and y'all brought him through the spot. I got a picture with me in the studio and everything. Y'all shot a visual here with the talent y'all was working with.
And like Key, they were one of the guys that wanted to get out the street.
Yeah.
You know, when with all that.
Man, when I met him, he was super humble.
Yeah.
Man.
Good young dude.
About his business, but super humble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I like my atmosphere, man. I hate going to the studio and they got 50 sticks and hand grenades and shit. Who the fuck y'all going to war with that you need all this shit? You know, and that was the thing about what people don't understand. Like, Jock's a gun collector.
Yeah.
He always had guns. He legal though.
Yeah.
Like, he can legally buy guns.
Yeah, I mean, if you, you know, if you legal, you legal.
He can stay strapped, you know. But we never had to create that environment in the studio to record. Even with Zoe, we didn't have to do that. With Shout It Low, we ain't have to do that.
Man, rest in peace. That was my guy, man.
Boy Low.
I did a bunch of shows with Low, him and Johnny.
Yeah. And Johnny will tell you, man, even though you got some real street dudes around, but we never created that hostile environment how these young dudes do now.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what the fuck is y'all mad about? Y'all making millions of dollars. You traveling the world. Why y'all want to go out here and kill each other because a nigga fuck your bitch? Nigga, it's a million bitches.
Bruh, I don't understand it, man. Or you got everything going the way that you need it to go, and you just creating controversy for no reason.
For no reason.
Just let your music be your controversy, man.
They gotta learn to separate the entertainment, and then they want to say, you know, don't use your lyrics against you and all this, right? And I agree with that. First Amendment right. You got the right to express, right? Yourself through speech, through picture, or whatever, right? But what you don't have to do is create the real life situations off of what you rapping about. See, when we used to rap, we used to rap about what
was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we talked about hustling in brick 17.5, yeah, we was painting a picture of what was going on. But what they doing is paint a picture. They want to go try to live the
Live
picture.
it. Yeah. And so the investigators are just following the picture.
Yeah, find the
And
picture, you go get you.
it's not something that you done and you rapped about. Now you rapping about it and you going to do it. So now you getting caught.
You giving them a trail. See, we could rap about it because you ain't gonna figure out what we doing. Yeah, we rapping about it, but that's a whole different life. It's undercover. It was hidden, but we were doing it to get out. That was our environment.
Yeah.
We painted a picture to get out of it and leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
It was over with. You know, there's no more. I remember by the time Low got to a point where he didn't have to hustle, he didn't have to do nothing, and one day we was in the club. It was right before I went to jail too. I had been stopped hustling, but I was too deep. People around me were too deep to where by the time it coming down on them,
You just kind of got caught into the situation.
they had to try to get me to get to them, right? And I remember I went to Low, and I was like, because I was checking his temperature. I didn't know what he had going on.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing nothing. But, like I say, my main man next to me, rest in peace, him and Meech was like this. Meech was gone already. And they were trying to, like, clean up the rest of
it.
Because how they gone and brick still 17.5. This shit still coming from somewhere. So by the time the day they got me, dope went from 17.5 to 30,000 a brick. And they ain't getting them with three of us, me and two Mexicans, right? My partner, he got the hell on. They never caught him. He ended up passing in the process, and I'm still looking for him, right? But I said hello. I'm like, hey, but niggas still got the motherfucking unit, boy, for a good number. Boy, Low say, oh, no. No, she know. I ain't nothing. I ain't doing none of that, boy. But you better leave that shit alone. We was on Terra Boulevard at the spot at the top of Terra Boulevard.
He let it be known quick.
Boy, you better leave that shit alone, boy.
That shit dead, boy.
I said, boy, I ain't doing nothing. I said, I just thought maybe you was still jugging here and there. He said, oh, no, but
Not nothing.
Look, leave that shit alone. We'll shoot pool. I said, boy, you right. It's about 2 months later, my black ass locked up. I called Low. He said, I told you.
Leave that shit alone.
I said, God damn, boy. But that when they
How long you sat down, man?
7.5.
7.5.
But that when they were hustling for to get out the street.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, the good thing about it, man, is as a CEO, man, as a chief executive officer of your life, you was able to create some direction before that misdirection.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, just to see you still being, you know, a vital, you know, person that's in the industry that can make power moves. I like to talk, you know, just elaborate to my listeners, you know, like some of the things that, you know, we know that you've done production. We know that you're in film now. So this new age of streaming, you know, you was talking, you know, about that, creating these new visual platforms for movies. Where do you see the music at now, and what type of liaisons can you still create just based on where you are?
I love where it's at now.
Me too, man. People don't realize it's in a more controllable situation for us, being that I've been a part of music for so long. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I like it. You know, and like I say, right now we're developing an app, an MM3 network app. I don't talk too much about it because, you know, I don't put ideas out.
To be continued, I'm going to get them back.
And people have took off with your idea.
Yeah.
And then when they see
we're going to be out there on the platform, so I damn sure don't want you to be like, Alvin, my
Yeah.
idea got leaked. No.
You know, and I done seen them, and then they'll tell you about it, and you be like, damn, that sounds familiar. And then like it'll hit them like that.
Yeah.
They remember he told. So, but I like it because I understand from talking to different people, like I say, different professionals that's good at what they do, of how the money is really generated behind the scene. Not just, you know, you hear people talk about, well, Tidal paid this much for a stream. Apple paid this much for a stream. YouTube paying this. So you have to look and say, how are they afforded to pay out anyway? See, that's the part I like. I don't care what they paying. I want to know how they paying. How they getting the money to pay people. And how they getting the money is how I want to get the money.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm on now. I see how YouTube and a lot of people say, well, ad revenue. Yeah, but it's a lot more from what I learned. It's bigger than just ad revenue.
Bigger than
You
that,
know,
bro.
you got these coders and stuff, man, that be coding ads and coding certain stuff, to where we know about cookies and why them cookies is so vital. Why you always say, do you accept the cookies of this stuff? So these people selling data. When you accept that, they trading off data. They giving up stuff. They getting the real money that we just think, okay, they just monitor me going on their site.
Nah, that's data.
Yeah.
It's digital data, man.
That they
Your digital footprint is
Yeah.
value now.
Yeah. And they trading it. So they get money like this. So all I gotta do is generate traffic. Get somebody to, run a few problematic ads that you don't see. Embed certain stuff into my content. And now sell this. People are wanting to buy it. People want to know what you're interested in.
Oh yeah, big time. And like for me, like with this whole music thing, it's like it's like I was just putting together a deal with Glow today, and being able to use the power of social media and have that direct connect, and then be able to negotiate for an influencer type placement, get her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot better now because, being where you started and where I started in this whole music game, a lot of things was untouchable to us.
Yeah.
So now we can, like me, that's why I created my own digital distribution platform.
Damn right.
And did my own partnership for AMS, and I'm
Damn
pushing
right.
my dreams distribution now because I realized how important having my own platform is.
You control it.
I can control
and
it.
see, what I want to be able to offer you is, like, one of my business partners, he managed with me, an artist we got at Cleveland, Milani, right?
Okay.
Excuse me. Hocus 4/5. He's really big on, what is it?
Yeah, I follow him on social media.
Yeah, he be on his thing is rabbit hole. But what you call it when everybody come together? He be having like Whack 100 and all.
Oh, you talking about on the Clubhouse? Clubhouse.
He got a pretty good situation on Clubhouse that we're bringing, that we're gonna shift over, right? And when you look at, you got people go on Clubhouse at 11 at night or 7 in the evening and stay on there to 7 in the morning, having group panel discussions, right? When you look at that and you think about how many, the retention that they staying on here and what kind of ad money that just off of them sitting on their platform so long that Clubhouse can get, it's crazy.
Bruh, I'm telling you, like I told you, I had logged into a chat and I started just listening. Like, it's addictive because you listen to these conversations and believe it or not, it's unfiltered.
Yeah, it's unfiltered. So but now, like Hocus text the other day and say Clubhouse got some lady was the head of FBI or some shit. Now they trying to control what they say, certain things. So again, we run into the problem of somebody
trying to reach. Yeah.
Our freedom of speech, our ideologies and everything.
He said
else.
they got that now on the Clubhouse?
Yeah, it's somebody on there, they trying to filter them now on Clubhouse. So that's why we starting a platform. You can't control our way. You can't program us to be able to speak on what y'all want to. See, they control the masses.
That's why I think I saw what Donald Trump was talking about, something if he's reelected, he was gonna something with free speech or something like make it to the point where that type of control can no longer exist because it's almost like we in a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. It's certain stuff on YouTube that you can't put up.
Censored.
Yeah, it's censored. So when you look at it from that position, and maybe they do it because they get so much ad revenue from these prestigious companies that don't want to, be associated with certain things. But get what? Y'all want to be associated with our swag.
Oh yeah,
y'all want to be. Y'all wanted to sell your brand, but sell it in a way that we just shut the fuck up and y'all want us to about shit that really makes us popular.
Yeah. And that's the censorship of it. And that's the although I use a social media platform and it has helped me grow my brand. So I can't.
Yeah, no, we can't cut it off.
But the problem with that, my redirecting, trying to get that data somewhere that I can actually have control of it.
That's it.
And they control that. And then when they change, because when we first got on Instagram, it used to be immediate response to.
Yeah.
Now, if people are not engaging in you, not having your notifications on, they're controlling. Your stuff going out to an Explorer page that nobody even knows you.
Look how much stuff Boosie went through with his Instagram all the time for just being Boosie.
He's still going to it right now.
Yeah, well,
they censored him last. I think they censored him last night when he was trying to promote his movie.
And they're just being Boosie. But we like to see Boosie being Boosie.
Yeah, but here's my thing with Instagram. If you don't like Boosie being Boosie, you can easily click unfollow.
That's it.
but you're following him being Boosie, so that makes no sense. That you're saying I'm gonna shut you down because you're being yourself because we don't like it.
It's like they say. I remember a line. This a fucked up way to say, but I come from a long line of us that been through us problems.
Yeah.
Right? My great uncle told me one time when I was little, he said, "Hey, you can go in the white man room and sit at the white man table. Being black, just don't act black."
Big time, bro. You know what a white man told me? A white man told me this. Show your class and not your ass.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't mean literally.
Yeah.
Show your class as a person. And not your black ass as an individual. And that has resonated with me my entire life.
And it's crazy.
And he was like, I'm not talking about your ass as far as, I'm talking about your baby's ass. Show your class, which means when you walk in, basically the same teachers you got, I got that same thing, bro.
And it's sad. But, I get it.
I get it, man.
But I guess I always wonder, they think when we sit around that we just act ignorant, that we ain't got tact.
And look at our intelligent talk.
That we don't know how to function properly.
Don't you hate when they be like, you speak so well?
Yeah. So when and I always understood that okay, you can be black in here, but don't act black. What make you think y'all act? Because I got white homeboy, and y'all 10 times worse than we are.
10 times. 10 times.
Yeah.
10 times.
What it is, we have a spirit, but it's a cultural thing. You ever seen two Spanish people interact?
Yeah.
Where you hear them get to yelling, speaking Spanish, you think they about to fight.
Yeah, but that's how
they
laughing. And you looking like,
you thought it was some tension.
Yeah.
So when we do certain stuff, they afraid and they don't understand that. No, we ain't got no problem.
Man, but that's where I just believe that the world has to be open-minded to different things, man.
Yeah.
Because me and you right now could be dressed in our own influence.
Yeah.
And walk into a room and be judged just by the way that we look. And they have no idea that we business owners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurs, like, done paid our dues to society, done took the road less traveled by, and then at 46 years old, I'm still judged like if I was a 15-year-old knucklehead kid that couldn't make the right decision.
But that's why. And you might understand, but back to the beginning of the conversation, I was like, hey, I'll be all over the place. What I learned, if you know how to do something and do it well, and you stay consistent, like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, they had a vision, right? They had the skill, and they worked and were consistent. They were great, right? When you look at it, with that greatness, and you see it with Kyrie Irving, you see it with Kanye today. They were so great at what they did, right, that they got in certain rooms to where now they're in a room with people with real power that at any minute feel like they can cut you on and off.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. People be like, well, Michael Jordan ain't did this and did that and did this and did that. True, maybe Michael Jordan was scared. I don't know what he done personally for the blacks. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's just when you hear
I
sports.
mean, it's out
talk,
there. It's out there.
You know,
Yeah.
but you have to think about it. You get into some room with some people that if you feel like they do something, anything they don't like, they can cut them off. But that's what comes with greatness. You in a different room.
Yeah.
Kanye was in a different room.
Yeah, he was in the room, bro.
You know, so when they feel like he said something they didn't like, they feel like they can cut him off. And
I'm gonna put your shoes out without your name on it.
Yeah.
That
Playing
you
all them
created.
kind of yeah.
That you created.
That you play all them kind of games.
But see, what has to happen is, as a people, we can't even support that move.
Yeah.
But because we're the minority, the majority is going to support that move, which is going to make their tone
Hey, man.
more prevalent. They're going to support. They're going to support each
the
other.
majority
Watch.
of black people are so confused, and when you sit back, like I said, I don't try to get in the room because I know when I get in the room, I'm be that nigga that they hang. See, I know that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know I could be so great when I get in the room. I can't. I'm not gonna go with.
But me
this
and you in the
that,
same
right?
boat, man. I people be like, man, why you don't go to the next level? I like the level that I'm on.
Yeah, I control this level.
I control this level. I love the development side and seeing an artist.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my money out this. But when the artist get to a certain level, I like to fall back
Yeah.
because I don't want that next level.
And you had to look. We say this all the time. This inside thing that me and Jock say, right? You know, it's always the memes and shit and the songs about Jock being broke, right?
Yeah.
And we thrived out that for a long time.
Oh yeah. Y'all ran with that.
Yeah, but even since the beginning, you know, with G's and Gucci make this. Everybody, you know, you have the. And I just tell him, I say, hey man, remember the story about the turtle and the rabbit? It ain't about how fast you get there. It's about getting there and lasting the longest.
That's it, bro. It's a marathon, not a rat race, man.
Yeah, I said because I don't care what don't never get caught up in that because I'm gonna show you something what $40 million look like. If you make $2 million a year for 20 years, how much money you got?
More than the person that's talking about you.
20 years, and I tell them I don't average $2 million for a long time, 20 years. You add that up, and I don't go buy. Look at my jacket, my shirt. I might
Man,
get
look
this
at man,
at the
I got.
gas station.
Man,
I got
look
a
what
chain,
Hey,
you know,
man.
but that's just my.
You CEO, you got to tell. We're gonna zoom in on that too.
You know.
Yeah, y'all see it.
I
We on the
don't-
see. He know what's up.
certain
He know what's
things
up.
That you gonna have because you want, but it ain't the big dumb everything. And I got it at the house.
No.
I got some stuff, but I don't get caught up in. I got Pumas on.
Man, listen, me and you operate the same,
Yeah,
bro.
I believe in.
It's long.
what
It's
I'm
long.
saying.
Listen. I saw how you pulled up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You clean. You see what I'm driving out there.
Yeah.
We clean, but we not chasing what everybody else is chasing because we already got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the difference, bro.
You gotta know how
Let
to
them talk,
redirect.
man. Let them
you
talk.
gotta know how to redirect. I don't want to design it. And yeah, I'm a buy. It's nice. I know people want to be noticed and want to be. We all do, right? But sometimes you gotta think, hey,
Do I really need that?
you go spend. I got some partner, man. We hit Louis, wherever, boom, boom, boom. Now, if it's like a surplus of money, and you could just wham, wham, and still do other stuff to grow your bank, by all means, right?
Do it.
But I got partners that's trying to juggle that'll go to Louis, boom, spend $7,000, boom, go over here, spend $5,000.
But you still juggling.
But you juggling. They don't make sense. They be like, bro, you ain't gonna buy nothing? No, hell no.
I'm straight.
That shit. Fuck, I'm finna go in here. Now that one day I might go in here and spend $1,300 on some shoes, or,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm going somewhere.
And
And,
I call
you know,
I call that I call that leisure.
Yeah.
Not keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, because guess what? While y'all don't want to spend all that money, right? I done took $20,000. I don't know him bought a whole nother property. And that motherfucker sitting wait for me to rehab on.
Bro, what?
You know, that's just in the tuck. So I'm building up my portfolio. When y'all turn around and you done spent $200,000 fucking off with $200,000, I know how to leverage my money. I'm
Bruh,
fucking around.
they-
I have 8-9 properties.
Chino,
just
they
off of
they have
$200,000.
no idea what $200,000 can do in real estate
Yeah.
and asset development.
Yeah.
And you build that portfolio up. Real estate is a long-term game. It's not a short-term game.
But see, I know how to make it long and short, and that's what I'm trying to.
But I do my shorts on the flip. But I've been investing in real estate since '99.
That's how I did. And
22 years, 23 years.
And now you feeling what I'm saying about averaging a year.
Yeah.
And what it come up to after 20 years.
It's a bag,
I can
man.
look back and say, if I want to go touch 4 million, I know it taking the bank.
Yeah.
And get me 4 million.
Exactly.
I own my shit.
Yeah, I take them D's up in there.
Yeah, I own mine.
Yeah.
So, and at the time, you could buy houses for 17,000. You could buy houses for 23,000. They shotguns. But hey, you seen your crew
People don't
in there,
realize.
put
People don't.
$9,000 in there, and now this house worth 40,000.
And you get $1,000 a month
And you think
in
about
rental revenue for
you think about
for 30 years. That's 360,000.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how I
I
multiply
started
my
when I was
game.
19, 18.
Yeah, house been paid for. So even if you had half of a 30-year mortgage, you still, and then the leveraging of cash outs, of leveraging your deeds.
What I was just gonna tell you. My game is buy, company buy it back. Go to the bank. Hey, I want to buy this property. I already own the property, but y'all give me a loan for my business.
Give me
to
that
buy
money,
this
man.
property.
Yeah.
So
I've done that shit so many times,
if I
man.
done tied up, let's say 200,000. Now the house is worth 420. You go in the bank. Hey, I want somebody. They selling this property. I want to buy it. They're gonna give you the money. They're gonna buy your credit right. Of course, get your credit right. They're gonna sell you the house, but you buying it for yourself.
Man, you
Then
giving
done
these
cashed out.
you giving
Then
these
you
people
rent
too
the
much
motherfucker
game.
out.
You give them too much game as a CEO, man.
So
They ain't gonna listen to us, man.
it's about building your. And I see that somebody get some money. The first thing they're gonna do is go buy $1 million house, $2 million house.
Prime example.
know,
How many people
that
got?
you living in.
How many people got cash off COVID?
Cash?
How many people
The
got
scams?
cash? I'm just saying. How many people got cash off of COVID and actually benefited?
Oh no, they broke now. With the PVP moves and all that.
Yeah, I mean, people
They
got.
went and bought a lot of Louis, Gucci, bought a new car, might have bought a house, but to live in, that still got to be paid for. That car still got to be paid for. They went to own. Some people tried to own beauty bars.
Some people say that was black folks' reparations. What you think?
They ain't going to jail for it now. They locking their ass up. They bought a lot of stuff that I don't think we thought about. The COVID money ain't gonna be coming forever, and I gotta pay for this shit after it's gone. Or I'm gonna start this kind of business, and the business still gotta be operated when this COVID money gone.
Yeah.
See, being a business owner mean you eat last.
We eat last, bro. People don't realize that.
Everybody else gotta be paid. Bills gotta be paid.
But that's the joy. That's the joy I get of being a boss, man.
And then you eat last. So I juggle so many things because I'm gonna eat last everywhere else. That mean I got a little bit of the pie.
Yeah, but I bet you when you eat last though, you eat right, you eat good, don't you?
But it's about the investments you make.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
It's starting out. Like I said, my first business was on County Road, was a wing stand. Me and my cousin quit. We worked in there from 11 in the morning to 11 at night frying chicken.
12 hours.
Yeah, they thought that we worked for Abdul, our older guy, Muslim guy who owned the spot. They sold it to us. They thought he hired us because we looked so young. We never tell them this our shit. We in there frying chicken and
all day.
All day. That first year at like 18 years old, we made $230,000 off a fucking wing stand. You get what I'm saying?
Rare individual, Carbon 1.5. That's a rare individual.
We really selling chicken. Like, and it's a grind that go behind. And then and from there, me and him took and started learning about buying some land in the country. Just buy that land. We don't know what the fuck to do with it. You get an acre of
Let
land.
me just buy it.
I got 5 acres of land. We can get this shit for $4,000.
Man, first time, I don't know about you, man. First time I saw my name on a deed and they was taken to the bank and the bank gave me some money.
They gave you some money.
I'm like, oh, this the game they've been playing. Generational wealth, here it comes.
That's it. Just buy.
I took one commercial property and made $1 million off one commercial property. I'm like, oh, that's, and when you got a residential and you get to commercial, that's a whole nother game.
So get what I figured out. I don't have to own it. You could be buying a property, or you could have a property, and you want to sell me a share into your property. Like you say, your commercial game. If it sounds solid, sound like a solid investment, I can bring you some money and you can write me in on your deed. I can be a lien holder on your property.
And go get a bag.
It's invested. What the money gonna do in the closet? I send in the bank. You know, that was my last move that I really tied some money up into something. I bought into the bowling alley in Union City. Took him the money. He wrote me in. Where everybody else was coming doing leases. You know, they want to be like they're a business owner. They want to, you know, I own this. I own that. You leasing the building. I didn't come like that. When he tried me about the lease, somebody came to me and told me, you know, they're trying to lease it out. I went to him on a whole different angle. Hey, I want to get in with you.
Yeah, I want to get on your side.
Yeah, and then me and you would lease it out to somebody.
Yeah, how about that?
Now, I ain't got the kind of money you want for me to come in, but for the little bit I do got,
let me get a percentage.
Give me a little bit, give me a percentage.
A little bit turns into a lot if you keep doing that.
And let me turn this motherfucker around.
Man.
So I know you say you had Ugly Money Nietzsche up here. Nietzsche used to come out there and do talent showcase with Quavo. I gutted the club out. I redid the whole bowl, and I ran it for a year.
Oh yeah, he a hustler too, man.
And then we leased it out to Crew Lounge. So Crew came in and leased it. They ain't know nothing about me. I'm sitting back. And I got my stake. What I'm waiting on is to sell the commercial property.
Cause I got a stake in that.
Yeah. Fuck all the other shit. Wait till them motherfuckers sell. Then mine.
Give rub in my bag, man.
Yeah. And that's what, it's a lot of deals out there that people be having money, but you go buy this designer, you go buy this, and you'll never be able to really live the life. I like peace. I like comfortability. My house, I ain't went and bought it. It's me by myself. I ain't go buy no dumbass house to live in.
Yeah.
I done that before, but my kids were small, and, you know, but after that, I got a bachelor little spot.
It's over with.
Comfortable. Boom, now if I get involved with a female or something, it's time to, you know, get back out in the woods, and then I would adjust to accommodate my family. But me, I work better in the mud.
Yeah, you like me, bro.
Yeah, I work.
I like being like right there. Like when people find out all the things that I'm invested in, and I try to tell them, listen, I'm a multiple walking portfolio. Like every part of my body is cut up. That's why my days start at 5 a.m. in the morning.
That's it. And then when I want that, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take.
You see what time I was texting you on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And you hit me right back too, baby.
I'm up on it.
You up with me, boy?
I'm taking 3 of them deeds and I'm going to the bank.
That's it,
bro. Be like, hey, I need a mortgage. I want to, you know, depending on the value of the home, I'm gonna throw them. I'm not going in my pocket. I'm gonna put them houses up against my house to live in.
Man, that's the game, bro.
You know, it's like certain ways you gotta set. Not everybody, but I like to set my life up. I don't like stress. I don't want to be thinking about how I'm gonna pay the bills next month. I have some rich ass broke homeboy. These niggas bill $15,000 a month. They make the money, but they spend the whole $15,000 to accommodate a lifestyle. They car, their old lady car, the kid car, the mortgage, the condo, the duck off spot. You know, the designer that they gotta put on.
Tearing their pockets up.
They spending that money every month. You making good money, but you spend, that's still like check to check to me.
That's still like check to check, bro. That's too stressful.
I'd rather have a $5,000 a month cost of living and be comfortable than $15,000 a month. And I'm goddamn scratching my head.
Bro, I do account leveraging, man. I get all of my invoices in, my bills in, I put them in. Everything's cash flow. It's got to go with the cash flow. You know.
And I say, hey, let me teach you about wealth. We always talk about wealth, right? Wealth don't mean you got a whole lot of fucking money.
It don't mean that, bro.
You got being rich and you got being wealthy. If right now today you stop working, you didn't make no more money, and you just want to chill, the way that your cost of living a month, right? How long can you survive and maintain that without making another dollar? That determines your wealth. Can you live for 4 years, or can you live for 6 months, or can you live for 10 years? If you don't make another dime, what have you invested in or accumulated to where then you can gauge your wealth?
Yeah.
Now you can have $8 million, but your monthly bills are $20,000, a month, and you don't make another dime, and you don't change nothing else, whatever that is, how long you gonna live?
That's it. People don't gauge that like that, bro.
You got to look at, because shit happened. Like I went to prison for 7.5 years. I didn't make no money. I was going to court with Puff and Block and all them. I'm spent $250,000 on lawyers fighting for the royalties. There no checks coming in. And I still had kids. 3 kids had to be fed. I still had my mama out. I still had shit in the real world. It's just because I'm gone, they still got to have a roof over their head.
That's true wealth, man.
So I had to be able to tell my cousin, take this much money, and this is how you gauge it out for these 7.5 years.
While I'm gone.
Yeah. That's what this for.
But you prepared for the worst case scenario.
Well, I always looked at wealth. I always looked at if I can afford to live at a $10,000 a month life expense, I know me, I can get by $3,000 a month.
If I got to.
If I got to. I can do that.
Yeah.
I came out the trap for real.
Yeah. People, but see, come out the trap is not having nothing.
Yeah.
And I always tell my kids, man, y'all silver spoon. And I always tell my wife, when you came from nothing, you could go back to nothing and rebuild. Because remember, you had to do it once. Now you see, like if you come into this lifestyle and now all of a sudden everything is gone from you and you got to figure it out, you lost.
Yeah, you lost. You
don't
know
lost.
how to get it.
You don't know how to get it.
You don't know the steps to take to get
Exactly. But when you done lost it all and you got to rebuild
you
it,
gotta rebuild it.
man, I tell people I'm a professional rebuilder.
You know the steps.
Listen, the first thing me and you would do is we stop spending.
That's it. You got to stop spending. Because spending ain't going to get us there.
And then I got to realize what I got, how fast can I invest what I got to get me a return.
What can I invest in first?
To get a return. Whether that return big or small.
When I came out, I had to look at the big picture. Like I say, everybody thought I'm going to go back to music, this and this. I'm always be tired of that. But I said, boy, I might have a day-to-day cost of living. And I'm going to have goals where I'm going to need money to invest, to live, right? I said, what the quickest thing I can do? I own a trucking company. Got me 18-wheeler, truck, trailer, got me the driver.
Quick active cash flow.
Yeah, sit ass on the road. It set me back in the initial, right?
But it's a lateral move to go
To
forward.
go forward.
Yep.
Because like I said, I buy shit. I already had the pink
CEOs
slip,
understand that,
so
baby.
if shit got rough, I can take that motherfucking
And sell it.
trailer title and this truck title to one of them title places at a bank and get me some money.
Hey, listen, man.
But in the process, I'm going to get that money every week.
Yep.
This goddamn truck gonna feed me every week without me doing that, where I can sit and figure out my next move.
Gotcha.
And get in this room and put this together. I ran that truck, come to about a year, bankrupt that motherfucker. I made the money. Then made my money back, still on the truck, still on the trailer.
Sold all the assets. Made your profit, assets. Got all your business money off of that motherfucker.
Now, let me take a little bit of this. Let me buy a property. That's my holding money. I don't give a fuck. At the time, I'm thinking, boy, I don't care. This shit take me 5 years to fix it up to make some money. At least my money ain't in the bank and it ain't growing. This property gonna motherfucker appreciate.
It's gonna appreciate, bro. As long as you buy that motherfucker right, it's gonna appreciate, bro.
Bought it. So that was my first move. Like I had moves that I had sat in prison and said, this is what I'm gonna do. Not coming home with everybody else think I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I wasn't a rapper to where I'm gonna come out and drop an album, everybody gonna buy it. I was the businessman. So I gotta come out and make sure first my foundation is solid. Now we can play around with this music shit.
Yeah.
Now I can sign the artist and get you a deal over here. I can go get you a deal.
Yeah, it's like I tell people, man, how y'all think I fund this whole music shit? I gotta have some. Trust me, it ain't coming from music. I gotta have other resources that allow me to live out something that I have a passion for. Man, listen, I wanna get into something real quick, man. I got the Bridges Hip Hop, right? Bridges Hip Hop, and I use this platform for the CEO talk. I got this little thing that I always just ask people: when did you, at what point in your life did you capture that moment for your love of hip hop, and how has hip hop influenced your life? And I know it's a big question. I just need a little.
Not really, cause
when did you fall in love with it? I know when I did. I know when I fell in love with it.
See, I grew up in the church playing drums. my mama was the choir director, right?
Okay.
So I already had, I started playing instruments when I was like 4 years old. I think the first instrument I played was the bass, the stand-up bass. The cello, so I was into music. And she like my sister, but she my first cousin. People thought she my sister. Coming up, because I'm an only child, she an only child. Shout out to Chip, Beverly turned me out on hip-hop. My grandmama, she had a Walkman. She used to get these tapes, right? And she would get 69, boy, Luke and them, Shy D, Edward J mixtape, NWA, Ice Cube. She would have cassette tapes. And she would have a Walkman, a headphone. And my grandma would be out the room where she'd be like, don't let that boy listen to that. So she was young too, but my grandmother never just checked to see what she would listen to. I was a Michael Jackson fan, like, gone. She would let me get her headphones to go to sleep, right? And play rap for me. And it was Eazy-E, NWA, Shy D, Kilo, just like, I had to be, 5, 6 years old, I don't know. But I would go to sleep listening to hip-hop. And in the morning, she'd get her headphone back so my grandma wouldn't know I had been listening to them tapes and stuff, right? And I ended up getting a notepad and started writing raps when I was young. I would just write raps. And I think I would say Ice Cube, right? His take on the way he attacked rap is what got me to say this. I love it, and I like the fashionable rap because back then, as I got older, you had the Run DMC, the Fat Boys,
Yeah.
You had certain stuff, but in Atlanta, we had a lot, like I would say, not booty shake, but different kind of music. Then she put me on the Hard Boys, and the local Atlanta stuff, man. And I just, after that, it was like the commercial rap started coming out. The MC Hammers and it was like Hammer was, people don't realize Hammer was a massive takeover.
Boy, what?
Hammer was big.
He was
the
big.
Parachute pants and dance and
man, you saw all that. You saw all that money.
Hall show
you saw all that money. That's somebody that couldn't manage that money, but he had so much money raking in, bro.
So I loved every element of rap, even when they were coming with the special eds. I got it made. LL Cool J, I'm bad. My cousin was LL himself.
I need love, man. When I need love. When I need love, drop this time. That's kind of like the first, because I'm an R&B head. That was kind of like the first hip hop song that sounded like R&B record. Everybody was, I need love.
Kwame, you had, man, I could go, like, I listened to everyone to my West Coast.
Oh, yeah, I was all over.
And then coming up, when I got older, you had Dayton Family, UGK.
Bro, what?
8 Ball MJG.
The South started getting they buzz going.
I was everywhere. Like, but my cousin Chip turned me out on hip hop. And I don't even think she know that. Nah, I know she don't.
Yeah, well, she know now, man.
Yeah, she turned me out on hip hop by letting me listen to that Walkman. And I think, and she just had all the rap. Shit she shouldn't have been listening to. Pop that pussy, pop that pussy.
I just hit my boy Thrill the other day because I was working on a booking with the 69 boys, and people they show was amazing. But when Thrill and them get on that show, boy, they show was amazing, man.
I couldn't wait to the summer when me and Chip could be together so I could listen to the music I couldn't hear.
I got you.
I couldn't get there was no way for me to get that, because she would get, I think, like Edward J mixtape. I had no way of getting it, but she.
People don't realize, man, the power of the reach for music now versus how it was when we was falling in love with hip hop and we used to have to sit at the TV and then wait on the watch the Trapped in the Basements and all that.
Yo MTV.
Your raps,
And what it be?
The content wasn't available like that, man.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
So whatever they put out to you to be popular was popular. Fresh Prince
was popular.
Was popular.
Yeah, we had no other way to get the other sources, bro. So
Yeah.
Master P and them and Cash Money, they changed the game because they started hitting the roads.
They hit the road.
And hitting the
and by the time
the
they
city.
were hitting, I was getting older, so I could get my hands on what I wanted to. But as a youngster, in my house, you either gonna hear some gospels, you gonna hear some R&B, blues, whatever the women, my mama them era, aunt them era. But my mama got into hip hop, of course, when like Tupac and shit like that, LL, the shit that they put in front of us.
They put in front of us.
But it was all the clean stuff. I wanted to hear the real stuff. Like I wanted to hear Easy NWA.
Yeah.
And the
man,
one group.
Man, I was listening. I'm talking about.
Who is it that I
Flavor Flav, EPMD.
Oh yeah, EPMD.
Oh my God.
I wanted to hear the raw. And like whatever, and the reason why we would know about them because, like I say, MTV will put us a little bit out there. We can see, and they had Word Up magazine. You get your magazine.
Going for the source. Everywhere we was hungry.
Look,
we was hungry for the content.
We used to get Word Up magazines and trade the posters.
Yeah.
If I know you like this artist, because they used to come with posters, then you unfold them and you put them. If I know you like this person,
and I got the book with this poster in it,
I'm gonna give you this one for that. We used to trade posters.
Man, they don't know nothing about that now, man. Now you can repost something you like on Instagram.
Yeah. Now we had posters and you had to read the article and see who this artist was and what they wearing. Oh, they wearing Adidas. They wearing this.
Yeah, remember they had the little fashion sections and all that stuff, bro. That man, times done changed, man. But listen, I know you gotta go. I appreciate you coming through, man. I know you got some bigger things happening with movie and the OTT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OTT,
so,
sir, but make sure y'all check out. I got a story.
Can you tell the people what OTT means?
I don't know. It's not the stream, sir. I can't break down the OTT. That's what they be telling me we're building. Now it's just a segment of the app, though. We
Okay.
It's like a streaming network.
Okay.
Don't let me do that for y'all. Be Jones. It's a streaming network that we are. But this is a whole entertainment network that we're building on. It just got a sector of it that's gonna be where people can bring their content.
Gotcha.
In the same manner of how Tubi is.
Okay, gotcha. And that's what they do. I think Tubi does like 70-30 or something like that. Did they do the distribution and you get to keep your revenue? It's like distributing your music.
Yeah.
But, so once you get that going, man, I'm building my show.
Oh yeah,
definitely want to have you back, bro. I appreciate you making the time for it.
And we're not going like a lot of network where the only conflict you have unless you're independent. But we ain't trying to be exclusive.
Gotcha.
You can host.
Bring the content.
Yeah, you can host here and over there.
Content, man.
We're not tripping on that. But like I say, check out. I got a story to tell on BET Plus.
I'm gonna check it out, man. Just because I know you involved in it.
Yeah, that's my first TV production. Top of the year, back to doing music. Like I said, I'm all over the place. You got Devontae.
We're gonna get you back to that music, man. I got a couple of artists, man. I gotta get it from retirement, man. This man be moving so much.
I got a dope R&B artist, me and Elvis. Hope we done Melania. Y'all check out on Instagram.
Okay.
We ain't dropped nothing like that yet.
Yeah.
I took all my artists. I had an artist, Rosetta Youngster. I think he came down here. I sync. The reason why I was glad I went to TV because for this series, I synced
all the music.
All my music from artists. I got new records from Jock and Gunner in there. I got Devontae in there. I got Rosetta Youngster. I got Melania in there. I just took music and I was able to put it in, sync it, scored it with all our shit. And it's still getting it to the world without me having to market just the music element.
Gotcha.
And I place it in great scenes to where when you see the scene and it's interesting, you'll hear that song.
That record
and that's a good record.
Yeah. I'm doing the same thing with my show. I'm syncing one of my artists that I'm distributing. Right. I'm putting him, it's actually one of my lead off records for, every episode, because it's got to add up, baby.
And that's what we did. We produced the opener. But we had got Dave East. He's rapping the opener for the series.
Okay.
But Elvis produced it. I ain't go out the box. Elvis produced the track for the opener.
Okay.
We tried to keep it as much on my end with my people as I could.
Gotcha.
So this next series, I can do the same thing again.
But man, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I want all my listeners to go check it out. We definitely growing with subscribers and followers.
Run the numbers up.
Run them numbers up,
Run
man.
them up. It's BET Plus. I got a story to tell.
We're gonna make sure we tag that on the drop. This is AMS CEO Talk with my boy Chino. We out.
That's a cut.
Hey.
Good job, fellas.
Mhm.
We